point is electrical quantity output, maybe electrical voltage, maybe electrical current, either AC or DC according to the requirement. So this is something about pressure transducers that I have planned. The next thing that I have planned is temperature transducers. Basically, temperature transducers are categorized in two categories: non-electrical and electrical. What are the non-electrical quantities or non-electrical kind of devices? Metal expansion. Starting with the first one. Metal expansion devices. We know that thermionic expansion is common with metals or almost all physical materials. So whenever you are hitting a rod of metal, that metal gets expanded. Now this particular property can be utilized for measurement of temperature, how much it gets expanded. The expansion or displacement, both of the things can be connected to another devices that is available with the different transduction technique, maybe potentiometric technique, maybe capacitive technique, or variable reluctance technique. Ultimately, it converts whatever is the expansion of metal into temperature equivalent scale. The second type of device is bimetallic kind of device. If two metals linked together or joined together are heated, as both of them are having different expansion coefficient, it will start bending in such device or in direction of such metal where the expansion coefficient is smaller. Now this particular property can be utilized in order to measure the temperature. Larger the temperature that you are applying, larger will be the bending. So whatever is the angular motion or angular displacement that you are having, that is again a property or a function of temperature. Third category is liquid in glass kind of device. The mercury thermometer is a common example, alcohol thermometer. So different kind of glass thermometers that you are having, that is nothing but simple liquid in glass thermometer. Again, the example or the property that we are using is expansion due to thermal energy. So whatever happening is this: you are applying some temperature, due to the thermal energy that has been transferred, the expansion of liquid is taking place, and that expansion of liquid is making raising of either mercury or alcohol in the glass tube. So whatever is the level that you are raising, that is simply indicative of the temperature. The last category is vapor pressure. Here is simple utilization of famous physics expression PV is equal to nRT. So if you are keeping pressure constant, temperature is also remaining constant, and pressure and temperature both are trying to be proportional to each other in a closed basket or closed system. So what happens when you are increasing the temperature? Due to temperature inside the unit, the pressure builds up, and that pressure is equivalent to your temperature. So instead of directly measuring temperature, if we are exposing a closed system to a temperature prone zone, the temperature is, or the thermal energy is transferred to that particular system, and that system is having a larger pressure generated inside the system now. So ultimately we are measuring pressure, but we are reading it in terms of temperature. So larger the temperature, larger the pressure, and that larger pressure you are reading in terms of temperature. So ultimately the equation that we are utilizing is pressure is proportional to temperature in order to measure the temperature. The second category of the device is electrical kind of device. Electrical devices are again of different categories or different type. Starting with the first one is metal resistors. We know the properties of metal. Metals are basically crystalline inside the structure. So if it is exposed to electrical potential, the current flows from one end to another end, passing through the lattice structure of the metal. In the path, it collides with the lattice particles or lattice members, and this particular collision is introducing resistance inside the body of device. So whatever is the electrical resistance, that is due to the vibration of the lattice structure or lattice particles. This particular lattice particle vibration is actually generating the resistance. If I increase the temperature, or if somebody is increasing the temperature of a metal body, the lattice vibration also increases, and lattice vibration is increasing the resistance or chances of collision of electron. More the chances of collision of electron, larger is the resistance. So with increment of temperature, it is likely that the resistance will also build up, and this resistance build up can be measured in terms of temperature. The second category is semiconductor resistors. Semiconductor resistors are made from semiconductor material, and we know that in case of semiconductor materials, In case of semiconductor materials, the resistance is not due to the collision of lattice crystals or electrons with the lattice particles, but whatever is resistance, that is due to the inavailability of the carriers, or amount of carriers that is available will decide the conductivity of the material. So in case of semiconductors, at room temperature the resistivity is larger, while as you go on increasing the temperature, thermionically generated carriers are added to the number of carriers that is available at the lower temperature. So larger the temperature, larger is the addition of carriers. So more the carriers added, smaller is the resistance. So with increment of temperature, it is quite clear that the resistance will go on dropping. So this particular physical phenomena can be utilized in order to read temperature with help of semiconductor resistors. The third category is thermocouple. Here we are utilizing the phenomena of two different metals joined or diffused together. So when two metals diffuse together, they will make a junction, and on this junction there is existing a potential difference or difference of carrier concentration across junction at different temperature. So at some temperature or at some other temperature, the concentrations are different, and if the difference of concentration is there, obviously there is difference of potential. So whatever is EMF generated across the junction, that is again a function of temperature. So this particular basic phenomena is being exploited in thermocouples. The last category is crystals. A piezoelectric crystal exposed to temperature also generates EMF across the terminals. Discussing the metal resistance in more details. The resistance of metal is due to the vibration of lattice elements that already we have discussed. The vibration is basically function of temperature. If you go on increasing temperature, the vibration is increasing rapidly, and these vibrations are increasing the hurdles in passing of the electrons. So due to this particular phenomena, the resistance increases. What are the metals that is preferred in manufacturing of the metal resistors? They are nickel, tungsten, aluminium, lead, silver, gold, platinum, etc. The famous name that you may have heard is PT100. PT100 is a 100 ohm platinum wire at 0 degrees Celsius temperature, normally being utilized as an industrial standard for temperature measurement. All the metals are offering a positive temperature coefficient. It means the resistance will go on increasing with different temperature. Okay, depending on the requirement of sensitivity that you are requiring for, you need to go for different materials or different metals of manufacturing. For example, PT100 is having a 36 ohm increment at 100 degrees Celsius, means its sensitivity is somewhat around 1/36 ohms per degree Celsius. So this is the sensitivity of platinum. If I go from platinum to gold or silver, the sensitivity is smaller, but instead of that, if I go with a higher resistive material, then the sensitivity will be comparatively higher. So if I want to go for smaller temperature measurement or minute temperature measurement, then I will have to go for a material which is having higher resistivity. If I want to go for larger temperature measurement, means I will have to select a material which can sustain larger temperature. For example, at a temperature of 500 or 600 degrees Celsius, it is preferable to go with platinum, because platinum can exist up to 1400 degrees Celsius without any problem. But normally metal resistant devices are not preferred beyond 400 degrees Celsius. Semiconductor resistance devices. Normally semiconductor devices, as we have discussed, are generating larger amount of carriers at higher temperatures. So with increasing the population of carriers, the resistance drops. What are the materials being utilized? Normally semiconductors kind of resistance devices are not being utilizing silicon or germanium. Instead of silicon and germanium, they are utilizing different oxides of ferrous, manganese, nickel, cobalt and copper in order to make sintered ceramics. These sintered ceramics are showing semiconductor property, and they can be utilized for manufacturing of the devices, that is called semiconductor resistors, or more popularly are called thermistors. Different formations of this particular device is very easily available. Now why they are preferred more in this particular industry? Because they can be formed either in bead or disc or washer or wherever you want to place it. So according to the placement requirement, you can select its shapes. So they are available in large amount of shapes. The another property that is more favorable in this particular device, that is thermistor, is its high sensitivity of measurements. So whatever is the unit change in resistance per change in resistance per unit change in temperature is also very large. It is having negative temperature coefficient, means the resistance is decreasing with increasing temperature, but the thing that is I mentioned is very high sensitivity of measurement. Thermocouples. Two dissimilar metals diffuse together to make a junction. In brief, this can be defined for a thermocouple. So different metals are available: bismuth, alumyl, constant, platinum, rhodium, chromel. Different combination is generating different kind of thermocouples. Industrially, if you are going for, then you are having different type of thermocouples available, that is T type transducers, S type transducers, and so on. The effect that is behind, or principle behind, the thermocouples operation is Seebeck effect. Exactly defining Seebeck effect: due to different concentration of carriers at different temperature, the EMF produced is also different, and this is proportional to temperature. So this is just, I have tried to make it as concise as possible to explain the Seebeck effect. So this is what I have planned for measurement of transducers. So if anybody is having some queries, they can